I'm hoping this is working. It says that it's live, so we might all actually be like the opposite of that. I don't really know if this is working or not. Hey, John, is this working?
Yeah, I see you.
Yay! I actually got this to work. I gotta fix my headset though. My hair is everywhere. By the way, for those of you that don't know, this is how long my hair is. Like, I have a ton of hair, and this is all like real hair. So that's kind of, it gets in the way of everything. Like, I'm legit, like 100% legit. It just gets in the way of everything. You're seeing and we can hear you. Okay, perfect. That was actually my next question, is if you guys could hear me or not. We are living dead. Living dead girl. That actually reminds me of the Rob Zombie song. I'm sorry, that's a good song. Capture the moment. Why the hell would I want to capture? Oh my god, you can clip YouTube? Oh, that is kind of awesome. I don't know if that's awesome or not. See, I'm trying YouTube's new setup for streaming because I want to try to use this for streaming with Queen's Court. And I don't know if it's going to work. Someone needs to make a foam dagger. I agree. I actually need to work on a whole bunch of new cosplays coming up. If you guys want to know about that. Hi from Plague Free. uh, I read that as me, but then I realized that you meant Maine, which I think is still plague free. I am doing this to talk for some reason, and that is what's happening right now. I don't even know. I'm like, I accomplished absolutely nothing today. Like, I set out to do all of these cool things. Like, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to read the new Psychic Awakening book and record it. And then I didn't do that. Then I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm going to organize my living room. I kind of did that. Then I was just like, screw it. I'm just going to play some video games. I got bored of that. Then I'm just like, oh, hey, we just got a new streamer. There we go. Hey, look, somebody just subscribed. That's awesome. But yeah, so this is actually kind of cool that this is working. I really like this. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream and yada yada. So this is kind of just going to be, whoa. I can pin messages? What? Yo, check it out. That is so cool. You can get a Isaac's Fault shirt. Which, if you don't know the story of Isaac, it is hilarious. All right, John, do you want to grab questions as they come?
Yeah, I'll get the set up.
Yeah. Also, I have Saga the Beast sitting here. This book is terrible. This is like arguably the worst Psychic Awakening book I think I've read. Um,
Yikes.
it it, it really is like it's just inherently bad. Like, all of the other
Yeah.
ones I could excuse. Like, the best one so far is the first Psychic Awakening book. And I cannot get over that. It's like Psychic Awakening, Phoenix Rising, which I thought would be really bad, turned out to be the best one. All right, so I can see a whole bunch of other, there's a whole bunch of other different things here. This is so cool. I have buttons to play with now. I'm not going to play with them because I'm scared. Okay, okay. So, this one is probably the most boring of the books that have come out for Psychic Awakening.
Which is insulting it because they're orcs.
Yeah. No, they didn't make it, they kind of just made Gosgo feel like he was never a problem. It's weird. It's weird. So, I want to talk about the channel really quickly because I wanted to get into this when we had enough people here that I felt comfortable about talking about the future of the channel with the quarantine happening. Now, I've seen a lot of YouTubers talk about this, and I think it's my turn to talk about this. One, unfortunately, Victor is locked down in his country. He cannot travel here. So my wedding has to be pushed back. It's annoying, but it happens. So I'm a little bit annoyed by that. And I think that's probably the worst of the news coming out of I'm going to say the quarantine, because I'm not going to acknowledge the virus, because what's happening with the virus is terrible. I advise all people to, if you don't have to go out, don't go out. If you are a social recluse like me and you stay indoors anyway, nothing has changed. Just keep living your life as normal. There might be a toilet paper shortage at some point, but it does suck that I have to push back my wedding date. So that kind of sucks, and I'm really, really, really annoyed by that. But in other more channel related stuff, I did have a few friends fly over. You saw the video today of John and White actually came over. Made John cry. It was awesome. John's here with me right now.
I did not cry, I swear.
But we filmed out a few games, so for the next 4 weeks, I should have some type of content coming out on the regular for the channel. After that, I am worried because I don't actually know what to do after that. So everyone that I would normally play 40k with is currently gone. So they're all under lockdown. They're just I don't know what to do in this situation. So I'm just looking for a good place to put the camera. So I'm a little bit worried about that. I should have content coming out on the regular. I'm just going to grab a few videos as much as I can. A lot of stuff is going to be filler. So I might do some more cosplay videos because apparently that exploded out of nowhere. I think that's at like 65,000 views for no reason, which is kind of awesome. I was not expecting that. That kind of blew me away. That was amazing. So hey, I left you a dislike. Why did you leave a dislike, you butt? Anyway, some of the other news. I don't really know. Wow. Oh, I forgot to shut off background stuff because I'm dumb. There we go. Have you been watching Tiger King? I just started it, and it's kind of stuff I already knew. I watch a lot of nature documentaries, so it was kind of cool. I'm on the first episode. I think it's multi-parts. Gonna keep checking it out. So yeah, I think it's pretty neat. All right, so John, we have a few questions. What are the questions? John?
Sorry, I muted myself because I was eating. Say a PSA. Oh, here we go. Have you watched Tiger King? You already asked for that.
Oh no, there was
Good
questions all the
evening.
way up. I was hoping you were grabbing them.
Hold on, I gotta. How are you surviving the quarantine?
Eh, I'm I'm actually still doing the same stuff that I do normally. I'm just being extra careful. Like my skin and my face are super dry from like sanitizers and cleaners. I'm cleaning myself like way more than I did normally. Like normally I would take a shower every night. Now I'm taking a shower every night plus washing my hands like 6 times a day and washing my face like 4 to 5 times a day. And I got to tell you, it sucks because um, I do get a little bit paranoid, but I'm also kind of just a whatever type of person. So yeah.
Oh, here's a good one. My only question is this: Are John and White more or less butts in person?
And they act exactly how I expected them to act, though John was very nervous the entire time he was here.
Just
Um,
a bit.
White is just a colossal nerd in person. Like, he is like 8 foot tall. It is ridiculous. I'm not used to seeing people much taller than me. The average person that I interact with is 6 foot. I'm 5'8", 5'9" with shoes on. And like when I look at people, it's usually at an angle like that. But White, I have to look up to, and it freaks me out because he is so tall and he's so scrawny. Like, he is so small. He's like a colossal small.
That's a way to describe it.
Yeah. I mean, I could describe him as an otter, but not a lot of people would get that.
Jeez.
All right. What's the next one?
What is an all-around primer for cosplay?
I actually use weather guards, weather guard base paint, because there's a lot of people who use a lot of sealers on their cosplays and everything, but just a regular primer spray paint tends to work, for foams anyway. I don't know about any other types of materials, so strictly foam, that would be it. I wonder if I
There
can
you
do.
go. What do you think could have been done better for the Space Wolf side of Saga of the Beast?
Um, so there's a lot. There's actually a ton. The Space Wolves as an army are still ranking fairly low. They kind of it was so okay. One, get rid of the whole that whole Space Wolf aesthetic. They are doing that, which I like. That whole like weird. They have totems and everything all over them, and their armor is super gaudy and super overdone. I like their tribalistic shoulder pad and the other shoulder not matching, but having the Space Wolf logo on it. I think that looks fine and that looks perfect. And the Primaris Marines look absolutely incredible for them. The paint jobs are crisp and everything. I really like it. But what I wanted to see was similar to the Blood Angels, some Primaris Wolfen. I really thought that they would have gone with Primaris Wolfen, or at least the first starts of Wolfen. I know that's kind of a little bit hypocritical. Ah, thank you for using Super Chat. You're awesome, and I love you, Rational Ginger. You're the best. But what I really expected this to be the army that got the close combat options for the Space Wolves. Like I get it. We have the Reavers, and Reavers are good. Like, they're surprisingly good Space Marine units. I think they get 4 attacks a piece on the charge or when they're charged, and they're kind of crazy. But I was kind of hoping for Primaris Marines with like a wolf claws, because the Space Wolves, they're they kind of don't follow the codex that well. So I expected them to go, "Hey Gilliman, this is cool. It would look cooler if we put like a frost axe on the entire squad for say." Or, and what's funny is the squad wouldn't actually be that good either if you gave them very particular weapons. If you gave them weapons that were like AP3, but didn't increase their strength, I think it would have been fine. Like, if you gave them wolf claws or some type of new frost weapon that was a close combat weapon, it would have been cool and it would have been fine and would have been perfectly legit for the Space Wolves. I feel like they just feel like weak Blood Angels. They're just terrible Blood Angels. It's Blood Angels do everything better. Like, in terms of actually army wise. That's what it felt like to me. Ragnar Blackmane is an exception. He is really good, but very hard to transport, so you do need to launch him across the battlefield as quickly as possible. And personally, I don't think it's that good. He has 10 attacks, and he's really good in combat. And the entire Space Wolf army is a counter assault army, which I think is needed, but also not that great. Yeah. But I could be wrong. I need to see how it's going. How it's doing in the meta. I want to see meta builds. All right, John, grab me another question.
Well, here's the age-old question: what's your favorite Space Marine chapter?
Dark Angels. It's the Dark Angels. Their 30K aesthetic is amazing. Their 40K aesthetic is amazing. They just all around look really cool. And I love the Christianic knight look. I think they look fantastic. Although, here's something that's been bugging me lately. And I really wish they would fix this in the lore. And it's not really a problem in the lore, but this would make more sense, in my opinion, if they just said the Black Templar were Dark Angels instead of Imperial Fists. Just wish they would fix that. Wish they would fix that. The color scheme makes more sense. All right, what's the next one? First week of stay-at-home order here. Need 2 minis. Work on and I ran out. Oh, I'm so sorry. That sucks. Let's get some of the comments in there too and just read those. Let's just read everything as we go, except if it's,
Yeah. Let's see. Which is easier, building a cosplay from scratch or gluing the flight stands on an Inceptor?
I'd say building a cosplay is easier.
Jeez.
All right, what's the next one?
Let's see. Why not Black Templars? Or I guess why not Sons of Dorn instead of instead of Dark Angels?
Oh, it's because their aesthetic fits more with the Dark Angels than it does for Dorn.
Yeah. Staring nervously at my dwindling supply of non-oil.
Oh my god. Okay, let me show you something that's gonna annoy people here. All right. Okay, are you ready? Actually, I threw it out already, but my non-oil is pretty much empty. I sent a friend to go pick me up some contrast black, the Black Templar black. They gave me purple. Yay. I'm all out of whites, and I'm pretty much out of base painting, and I have a ton of sisters sitting here needing to be painted, and we can't get a supply into our store because we can't. All right, what's the next one?
I'll just say that the lack of painting supplies is a common comment throughout the chat. Yeah. It's really affecting a lot of people.
Yeah.
Let's see. Can we expect another Primarch in the next reveal this Saturday?
No. No, you shouldn't have your hopes up for a Primarch. What you should have your hopes up for is maybe Glanhounds. It would be cool if we got some Glanhounds. I doubt it. It's just going to be Fabius Bile, his one dude, and that's pretty much it. And I think some rebased chicks. That's it. All right. And keep reading the chat, too.
Yeah. If we should follow the same example with Dark Angels and Space Wolves, shouldn't Dark Angels be a normal Space Marine armor with the Dark Angels logo on the shoulder pad?
So Dark Angels have a lot of knight iconography that's done up very well. I don't like the dresses. I admit that. I don't like them. I like them in their standard tactical gear with just some extra things hanging from them. So yes, I agree. Oh, jeez. That's on Twitch. Somebody just donated to me on Twitch. I am really confused by that. Wait, am I
think it's because it's all streamed. I can check.
Did I accidentally stream this to Twitch? I would feel bad. It just says YouTube on here.
Oh, let me check.
Let's see if we can get White in here too to help read some of these comments.
Right.
I just wrote to him a nice, polite, get in here.
Sounds about right.
What would you add to the current and already announced Sisters of Battle line? And what kind of new units would you add? I would give generic litanies to priests, like a generic type of litany. Since everybody's getting them, why not? I would also give bikes. Bikes are the easiest thing. They just look cool. Or hell, in this case, let's just go with horses. The Mechanicum got them. Let's get them for sisters. All right. Let's see. Damn, that's...
Oh, somebody's my paintbrushes are rapidly deteriorating, but I've almost finished my first Exorcist.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, you need 3 exorcists to make them good. 1 exorcist is okay. 2 exorcists is good. 3 exorcists and you're playing something really good.
Yeah, Cypher would say you just need one.
All right. So there's a lot of ats for me as well. So make sure you're getting all of those.
I'm getting them.
Okay.
Let's see. Given that GW factories have closed, including the paint factories, and also that Vallejo, AK Interactive, and Scale 75 are based in Spain and maybe not shipping, which companies are you in the U.S. relying on for miniature paint?
So my store is still open. We have a ton of inventory. Well, we ship. We have stock. We can't reinforce. We can't. Can you tell that I've been playing a lot of 40K lately? We can't restock, but we can ship stuff out from our store. That's Games of Plunder in Cobleskill, New York. I'm also running out of drink, and I think all the stores are closing at 8.
Uh-oh.
Whatever. I'll drink water.
Yeah. Oh, here's a question I think you'll like. What would you add to the current and already announced
Oh,
sister
I
battle
answered that
line?
one.
All right.
Somebody's asking how tall am I? I'm 5'8",
Yeah.
5'9". I am runway model height. Speaking of which, I actually have 2 photo shoots lined up for after this, after the quarantine is up. So I'm super excited about that. That person has asked that question on like 4 different social medias of mine. I
Really?
appreciate it. That is dedication to figuring out my height.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You've been thunderstruck. It has changing its setup around at home.
Next question.
Yep, go ahead. Or next comment. We're reading everything.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. What are the best models for starting out with Tau, and should I buy Psychic Awakening the Greater Good as a beginner?
Yes. Also, my shirt is like uneven and this is bugging me. Okay. Yes, buy Psychic Awakening. You can probably buy the digital version of the Codex or just get it somewhere. Aside from that, your best buy for Tau, I made a video on this, by the way. It's my beginner's guide series. Buy 3 battle forces. Buy 3 star collectings. You're done. Like, that's your army. You're good. They have the best star collecting in the entire game for 40K. I think the Seraphon have the best for AOS still. Yeah. You can't consolidate, but you can deep strike. I don't get the comment. I am sorry. I mean, I can deep strike.
Yeah. Next thing.
Yep.
Is there anything you want out of Engine War?
Oh, you missed one. I like the robes on the Dark Angels. Gives them a... Ooh, gives them a night look. It depends on how they do it. I wish they would come out with a robe one for the Primaris. I think that would be cool for like their Sarge. Yeah, they do have that for the Sergeant upgrade kit, don't they? That actually looks really cool. And it definitely gives them more character for your characters and sergeants, so I do like that on certain ones. Your store's still open? Damn it, mine closed till the 14th. Yeah, I'm still working barely. I have 2 days of work a week. That's it. We can't have more than 5 customers in the store. We have to tell them to wait outside and stay 6 feet away from each other. It's very strange. Let's see. When this is all over, I'm fighting my friend and fighting his Nurgle army. Why don't you do that now and solve this whole problem? Hey, NornQueen from France. Hello. How is France doing? I hope they're handling this a lot better than we are. New York is kind of getting bombarded by all of this, but I'm luckily in the middle of absolutely nowhere, New York, so I'm not affected by it, really. Which actually sucks because when they issue the quarantine being over, it's actually going to affect us more because it'll just be coming up to upstate New York, so that's going to be bad. Let's see. Here it's confirmed to course the U.S. My next army is Imperial Fist. What do you think about them? I like their tactics. Imperial Fist is how I typically run my Space Marines because it's the easiest one to remember out of all of them aside from Ultramarines, which Ultramarines are now the best, so just saying. I really like Imperial Fist. I hate their color scheme. I think they look absolutely atrocious. Yellow Banana Marines are hands down the worst army in the game. But tactics wise, I absolutely love them. You can't have Grimdark with yellow Banana Marines running around. I'm sorry, they're gonna summon a Megazord. Um, have you read any of the Primarch novels? If so, which one is the best? The best 40k book, hands down, the best Warhammer book, the best book GW has ever published is Fulgrim. Hands down, the best book. You don't need to know Warhammer. You don't need to know Space Marines. You don't need to know about any of the other stuff about Warhammer. Read Fulgrim. It is the best book that GW has ever released. Okay. My second one would be probably in the Primarch series is actually funny enough. It's Malkador. His short story is technically part of the Primarch series. Anyway, let's see what else we got. Who do you think would win in a fight? An Emperor or Nurgle? The Emperor. Um, let's see. I am looking at I am looking at Necromunda gangs. I want to find out how their fighting skills are. What kind of fighting skills is for each army? I don't know Necromunda. I do apologize. That is not my area of expertise. Rational Ginger saying Fire Warriors, Riptides, drones, and lots of drones. Yep, that's the best way to run Tau. But I like battlesuit spam. It's really good right now. Yes, fellow viewer, First Legion is the best Legion. I agree with that. Dark Angels for life. I'm not going to finish that quote because it would get me demonetized, and I kind of like being monetized. It's my only source of income aside from Patreon right now, so I hope things go okay. Okay. I'm also looking at Adeptus Titanicus. How should I start collecting with $300? I should make a video on that. I don't know enough about Adeptus Titanicus, so I don't want to mislead you. So sorry. Are you playing Mechanicus now? No, my computer can't handle it right this second. I have too much stuff on my computer to install another game. So give me a few weeks to play it. What Forge World do you run, and what is your list like? Oh, you meant Mechanicus the Army. My fiance runs those. Victor runs those, and he runs Mars. I keep telling him to run Metallica because Metallica. I love Metallica. Let's see. Greetings from Belgium. Sup? Hope Belgium is doing okay. Everything is closed here. Well, yeah, that's no surprise, except for supermarkets. Yeah, that's right. I just like the Space Wolves to give them a unique look. It was a bastardized version of what a Viking actually is. And I'm actually dating a Viking, or somebody who is committed Viking. So it's his culture that is being appropriated, and it's bastardized version of it's the Hollywood version of it, and it's sorry, it's overdone. Sad cipher noises. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. How do I start an Imperial Knight army without spending $600? Without spending $600, just buy two knights. Two Dominus class knights. I think that's what the box is. The one that has the harpoon and the plasma incinerator, or the giant plasma cannon. Just buy both of those. That's $320, I think. It's not that bad. Most stores will give you a 15% discount for buying that much. Okay, let's see. The classic Space Wolves look, not the Primaris. I actually like the Primaris more than the classic Space Wolves. They look laughably bad. And I'm talking about the old models, like the old models from like 2nd to 4th edition look really bad. Hey Alexis, does your store carry cosmetics? Stay healthy and stay safe, my friend. It doesn't. Yep, Fulcrum was amazing, followed by Thousand Suns and Prospero Burns. I actually didn't like Thousand Suns. It forced the Thousand Suns to be too evil, in my opinion. Prospero Burns was okay, but I think Talaran was a little bit better. I have a ranking system for all the Horus Heresy books. Like I've read 68 of them, so yeah. All right, let's see. Have you played Kill Team? I have a Kill Team battle report coming out tomorrow. I played Genestealer cult in it. That's pretty much it. I got my first detachment of Knights 270, so buying used looks and look for good deals. It is good to buy used, but personally, you get the customization of building a new one, of buying a new one, and you get to support the local businesses around you. If you just call them up, email them, message them, try to buy them from your local businesses while they're closed. I know that sounds weird, but try to give them as much business as you can right now because local businesses, small businesses, desperately need it. Desperately need it. This is the time where we support our locals, our friendlies, and everything that actually helps us out in this hobby. This is the time where you actually try to message them and try to help them out. Just get what you can and keep them going because a lot of these stores, they're going to close their doors and never open again. And it sucks. In fact, I know 2 here in New York that are going right out, and it sucks. It really does. They have been a pinnacle part of my 40K experience my entire life, and to know that they are going to close and never open their doors again, it hurts. Like, I've known them for 9 years. I have gone there and gamed and bought stuff from them for 9 years, and knowing that they're going out of business right now, it hurts. All right, let's try to change the subject to something lighter. Who are the avatars? I heard they're actual children of the Emperor. Those are Star Children. But is that actually canon? Yes, it is, because it doesn't sound like it. Celestine and Our Martyred Lady are 2 books from 8th edition that both mention it. And if so, does the Inquisition try to hunt them down? Not anymore. Greyfax gave up after she realized which one was a Star Child. The answer is Celestine. It's hinted that Celestine's a child of the Emperor. You play 40K. Do you play other games? Yes, I do. I play a lot of Overwatch. I play Darkest Dungeon. I play a ton of different types of games. But when it comes to tabletop games, I typically stick to 40K, Kill Team, things of that nature, because no other game really appeals to me as much. What do you think of the World Eaters? I think they're okay. A little bit stupid. I absolutely love them. Greetings from South Africa. Oh, nice. Hope you guys are doing well there. The World Eaters, I feel like they're portrayed as the comedic villain because they're always angry and their aggression is everything, and it just feels a little bit forced in my opinion. So I like believe it or not, I like their newer stuff, and their Horus Heresy stuff is absolute garbage. I play orks. Better truck proxies, Genestealer called Goliath or Ashton Militarum Torox. Yeah, the Goliath. What do you think of the World Eaters? I already read that. Sorry, I'm still catching up on everything. I find Renegade Night Box on sale twice. Yo, that's a good buy. Actually, they didn't come out right. Hello, Alexis and viewers. Hope you're all doing well. Love from England. Yo, that's awesome. Hey, Alexis, how does it feel to know that corn is best? Yo, I like corn, so... But it's not the best because it has no nutritional value. So it just kind of goes through you, and that's it. I mean, if we're going to talk about gods and orders and tier, it's going to be on the bottom, okay, my top 5 favorite gods in 40K, okay? On the bottom, we have Tzeentch. Then we have Malice, Okay, I really like Malice. Then we have Gorkamork. Okay, then we have Slanesh, and then we have the Emperor. Boom. Top 5 gods slash godlike figures in 40k. Let's see. What are you binge watching while in quarantine? Um, it's more like I've been binge recording and binge playing. I don't really watch a lot of things. I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube mostly, and it's mostly like makeup tutorials, tiny homes, random conversion videos. I absolutely love those, like bathroom conversion videos. I don't know why I love them. They're like my new hobby. Um, yeah. Um, Read 68 books. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just starting on the Siege of Terra series and trying to catch up with a bunch of 40k books. Is Chapter Proof Tau worth it? Yes, absolutely. How is the House of Cain doing? It's doing really well. I can't complain. How would you make a Demon Prince Angron interesting once again without killing him? Also, as a Dane, I like Space Wolves. Well, you're a Dane. I'm sorry. You're not a real Viking. Um, that comes straight from my fiance. I have nothing against the Danish. He does. Sorry. My corn side just came out. I'm going red for some reason. See if I can get my secondary light on to try to fix that. Every now and then this happens. My computer's randomly like, hey, you're red now. And now I'm really pale ass white. Don't see how white I am. This is weird. Let's go ahead and lower that just a bit. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, we did binge watch A Kami Got Kill. And apparently I randomly got Happy Time Go-Go Juice and decided to buy a cosplay of it. YouTube is best for nonstop watching. Yeah, but you always end up on some weird videos. Bane of the Dane, yep. Least favorite Primarch, Mortarion. Let's see. The Primarchs I don't like. Alpharius and Omegon. Angron. Mortarion. Vulcan. Pretty much all of them. Except for Fulgrim Lion and Sanguinius. It's actually easier for me to name the ones I like. Gilliman. I like Gilliman more now than he was in 30k. In 30k, he was written to be very tactical, and I do like that. But in 40k, he's written as a person. So I like that. It's okay to be ghost pale. Yo, I have to special order my makeup because of my pale skin. Let's see. I love Kami Ga Kill. Yeah, it's really good. Wait, you don't like Vulcan? No, I don't. Mostly because, and here's my reasoning for it. Everybody memes Vulcan and doesn't know what Vulcan actually is as a Primarch. So it actually kind of bugs me just a bit. Because everybody's like, oh, Vulcan loves everybody. He is the best and the happiest of Primarchs. Vulcan literally had multiple destroyer squads. Like, not just one, like most of the other Primarchs, or one chapter of them, like other Primarchs. He had hundreds of chapters of them. Well, not hundreds, that's an exaggeration, but he had multiple chapters of destroyer squads, which burned people alive with nuclear energy instead of just flamers. He would also routinely burn planets to the ground, but you never get to really hear about that. Everybody just thinks of Vulcan from his one book where he hugs his brother. And the other thing is they think of him from the Beast Arises series, which is just poorly written at best. Alexis, I hope you're doing good and keeping safe during this pandemic. Yeah, the biblical rapture isn't as fun as I thought it would be. I was really expecting zombies, but it does go to show you that we're all sinners and don't belong in the kingdom of heaven. So have fun while you're here. Anyway, jokes aside. As a European, sorry about Trump. He's not that bad. We mostly just ignore him. The media tries to play him up, but every single person in the US just ignores him. Just like any president, we don't really care about them. They're just the figurehead that we point all of our problems to. Anyway, 8th edition, how do I go about playing an Imperial strike fighter in my sister's army? So assuming that you mean like an Avenger strike fighter, what you would do is you would take it as a separate detachment, air wing detachment, 3 of them, and you're fine. And then do another detachment of sisters. Okay, sorry, cosplay video. Quickly, where did this passion of cosplay come from? I've always liked cosplay. Cosplay has been a longer, cosplay has been a part of my life longer than 40K has. I remember cosplaying way back in the day, way back in like 5th grade. I did my first cosplay ever. At least I didn't consider it a cosplay at that time. I didn't know what cosplay was. But I dressed up as a character, and I thought that was cool. But yeah, as time went on, I got more and more into cosplay. In fact, I'm actually wearing my Sister of Battle leggings right now. I wear them under my pants because I really do like this this punk rocker look. Like all of my pants and everything ripped and torn up and everything. But yeah. Alexis, could you try Element Games or possibly Dark Sphere? It might prove fruitful. Maybe. I'll check it out. So, okay, Dave, I'd never paint, so I'm good at... I'm not that good at painting. I'll be real. I'm actually very mediocre at painting. I paint things so that they look good on camera, and I know how to use camera angles to make bad paint jobs look good. Okay. Is it because Villain gave you a big hug? I think you mean Vulcan gave you a bad hug. No. Vulcan just wants to give you a massive hug. Please no. I don't get that. He hugged one time and everybody just remembers that one time. And it's weird. By the way, burning to death is one of the most painful ways to die. Vulcan recognized the value of fire for the Emperor. I also think that that's a kind of a poor fighting style, to be honest. And I love Sisters of Battle, by the way. But I will admit that their style of warfare would not work. Could someone explain the flagellants indurant to me? I don't have the codex yet. And fractured info. Does it give them berserk? I would have to read my codex for that. Automatically hid that message. Let's see. Hey all. Hello. Hey, I'm getting into 40K. I've been loving it. Do you have any advice on what an average stat is? 4. I have no idea. I don't know what you're actually asking. But if you do need an introduction into Warhammer 40K, I have an entire series on it. It's my beginner's guide series. How do you feel about how Games Workshop has handled 8th edition? It's amazing. It is absolutely fantastic, and I absolutely love it. I do think that they need to chill or make an apocrypha for each of their books. Towards the end of the year, I want an apocrypha for each codex. And I want it to be like a $40 book that includes all of the other information, or at least just base rules. But I don't think that that'll ever happen. It would be a lot better, and to be honest, I think it's actually needed, because keeping up with a lot of these books is very difficult for certain people, and I know most people are just downloading them. Let's see. I do not think that we have a zombie apocalypse. I think that we would have another clown invasion after this outbreak. Yo, can we talk about how in 2017 we had the invasion of clowns? Like, does nobody remember that? Shh, that was scary. Anyway, sorry, autocorrect is messing it up when I type. It's okay. I had a feeling about that. To be fair, he doesn't have a lot of lore for his chapter. All right, that's okay. Must be getting closer to 8.5 9th edition with every Psychic Awakening. There is no 9th edition. I'm going to dispel this rumor right now. There is no 9th edition. 40k is an evolving edition, and the Psychic Awakening books are just ways of balancing out the codexes without replacing the codexes. They did this last edition. I just guess everybody forgot. But they changed presidents last edition because last edition was supposed to be an evolving edition, but it did not go well because everybody hated 7th. 7th was terrible. All right, the Salamander lore is okay. They actually keep ties with their mortal family members. A lot of Space Marines do. Would you like to see the 3rd edition of Dark Heresy? Hell yeah! I would love to see 3rd edition Dark Heresy. That would be amazing. I've watched it. It is awesome. I've been struggling to phrase the question. It's kind of like how in D&D the average stat is 10, but that's not actually a good stat. The average stat would be 4 then. It's usually 4s across the board. I'm going to have to leave. It's late here in France. Good luck. Continue with your videos. Stay safe. Bye, people. Take care. I hope your country is doing well and recovering from all of this. I wish you guys the best. All right, let's see. I mean, Yellowstone is due to... Yeah, you know what? Next month, Yellowstone explodes. Half of freaking the country is gone. And you know what? Iceland explodes. Because that's my luck. I remember basalt zombies. Yo, that's another thing. Like, we actually had zombies. Like, 2017 was crazy. Okay. You could try green stuffing robes for Dark Angels. I have done that before. It's okay. From Ireland. Yo, what up? My family's from Ireland. I love Ireland. It was a beautiful place when I went there. Hundreds of kilometers and you're assuming 3,000 points of Iron Hands and Imperial Fist. What do? Get a buddy interested in 40k, tell him to play against you. If an alternative rule sets to current 8th edition comes out, made by GW or third party, do you think people would try it out? I think you mean if a 9th edition did come out. Yeah, I do think people would try it. But to be honest, this edition is kind of perfect the way it is because they're constantly stat checking the edition, and with the more push towards tournament play, we're actually getting a more balanced edition, and they're correcting it as quickly as they can. It's usually a 3 to 4 month cycle. Let's see. I do remember the clown invasion. Yeah, that was weird. Also, and I don't know how annoyed you are about this, but Codex says Sister Superiors and Canoness can't have Inferno pistols, yet not included into Sprue, apart from multi-part Canoness Sprue. You can give them Inferno pistols. That's not legend. It's just hard to get a hold of them. I have like 50 Inferno pistols just sitting around. Hey, I heard from somewhere Sister is still yet to be featured in Psychic Awakening. If they get more kits from the range, what would be the top of your wish list? Sororitas on bikes or Sororitas in Terminator armor? Any advice for running a Rogue Trader RPG game? Yes, join my Discord. We have tons of people looking for RPG games, and we can hook you up with literally everything that you need. In fact, the next series on the channel, once Queen's Court is over, is Rogue Trader. So that'll be fun. But do we need more Inferno pistols? Hell yeah, you need more Inferno pistols. Inferno pistols are amazing. I love my Inferno pistol. I always take Inferno pistols. Doomslayer versus Abaddon. Dude, Abaddon would be hearing boss music. Oh, damn, I was missed it. But multi-part Canoness has 1 Inferno pistol. GW. By third party. I think you can get them from Shapeways, and you can get like 50 of them for like $10. How you doing, Alexis? I'm doing quite well. How are you? I hope you're doing well. How do you use Inquisitors in your army? I attach them to my army. They take up no space. I usually run Inquisitor Rosalind Lockwood from my Dark Heresy series, Queen's Court. I use the rules for Cotiez for her, which is a little weird, but I do. It's the best Inquisitor, to be honest, and it's the one that's closest represents her abilities in close combat. Yo, discovered this channel from TTS. Magnus did the happy birthday restraining order video. We'll look into your stuff. Oh, thank you so much. Hi from Greece. Yo, what's up? Hope to get a hi from Bacon next. Bacon is awesome. Ironically, I don't actually like too much bacon. It's got to be chewy. Get it? Because bacon grease. Huh? I'm sorry. That was bad. I'll go now. Okay, let's see. I wish you had all her old options and not all this weird stuff we have now. You still can give the old options like the Eviscerator and things of that nature. They're just Legends options and most opponents won't care. But I will tell you this, the Blessed Blade is just better. Like, I've run my Canoness with the Eviscerator for so long. And then the second I switched over to the Blessed Blade, she just performed better. Like, it's just better. All right, let's see. Also, I hate the new Canoness. Oh, God, so do I. It looks like freaking Samuel L. Jackson. I think all the new sisters, like, their faces don't look that good. But that's just me, and I can't say that on my channel. You didn't hear that from me. Shush your face. How do you get your friends into Warhammer and tabletop games if they have not heard of them? Invite them over for Kill Team. Depending on your age, you may want to get some Happy Time Go-Go Juice. Tell them about Kill Team. Get them involved into the game. Show them how easy it can be. And then eventually, after a couple of games of Kill Team, you can get them into the 40k tabletop game. Also, one of the easier ways is just splitting a kit. Showing people lore. Showing people channels like mine. Winters, Glacial Geek, Mini Wargaming will actually help them out quite a bit. Let's see. I have a ton of extra Inferno pistols. Let's see. Don't talk to me. Oh, you're quoting the TTS thing. That was like 2-3 years ago. It's crazy.
Oh, here's a good one. Would you be excited if they made a Dark Heresy 30?
Oh, yeah, I answered that one. Yes, I would. Greetings from California. Oh, how you doing? Hope your country isn't on fire. I mean, that was before the epidemic hit. It's got to be, better now? There's less people on the street? Greetings from California. Hope you stay safe through these tough times. Yeah, same to you. On Tabletop Simulator has been amazing to help with isolation, and 40k involves so much thinking. It helps a ton. I don't like Tabletop Simulator. I think Roll20 is better for it because you just get the two-dimensional stuff and it's much, much easier in my opinion. Especially with Tabletop Sim having like a gravity to it where everything gets knocked over. It's annoying. Also, the graphics look terrible. Let's see. Sister Battle Power Armor looks better than Space Marine Power Armor. There's actually complex form into their design. I love Sister Battle Armor. It's gothic. It's awesome. It's really nice. Also, does anyone else here miss the Palatine as a general character heroine? The Palatine only appeared in the, 2nd edition and 3rd edition book? And she wasn't in any other edition since? So while I'm here, what can you tell a fresh of the Holy Terra ground new face to Warhammer about What can I tell you about Black Templar and Imperial Fist? They're nothing like their meme. Absolutely nothing like their memes. The Imperial Fist are very stalwart and very stubborn. The Black Templar are have an alliance with the Eldar, of all things. They're pretty calm and courageous. They are on their crusade across the galaxy, purging most Xenos. Most Xenos, not all, which I think is funny because, especially in nowadays of 40k, they have to make alliances where they can to help fight the forces of chaos, which is far, far, far more dangerous than a couple of Eldar running around. What happened to the Witch Hunters army to 40k? I think you mean what happened with the Witch Hunters and 40k. They were split into two different books. They were split into Inquisition and Sisters of Battle. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, we can kit bash canonesses by using third-party kits. You can just buy them from Raging Heroes and you get better looking kits. So, yeah. Hi from NC. Yo, what up? All right, and greetings from South Africa. Wow, there's a few people from South Africa. That's really cool. GW isn't good at female faces. That isn't true. It's just their design team is very different about it. So if you look at AOS, they have beautiful female sculpts. 40k, they have some really good female sculpts, and then the rest are just god awful. Like the Repentia, which I actually, when I bought the box, threw them into the garbage. Like, no. Okay, let's see. Well, there's fire and cleansing and burning. Sorry, Alexis. Sorry to be buggy, but I'm just confused on the Voss pattern in Scepter. Do I have to use Imperial Allies? You take it as the Voss pattern Interceptor. I don't think you can the Interceptor. I don't think you actually can in 40k. I don't think it has 40k rules. John, can you look that up real quick?
The Voss pattern Interceptor?
Yeah. Alexis is a ghost state at this point. No, this is just me normally. I am very pale white. Like, my two colors are pale and red. Like, that's just from blood pressure. Happy cat noises. Have you... Don't know what that is. Oh, Roll20 is amazing, but the community I've played with so far only does TTS. I mean, do it up. Hello, God bless redheads. Telling you this right now, this didn't come from no god. I got this from making a pact with a demon. Let's see. Do you still play Tyranids, or are you more invested into Genestealer cult at this point? I play both armies. It's just really hard to transport Tyranids. There is actually a Tyranid game coming up soon, I think.
Yeah, the 4,000 points.
Just join the channel, or...
Oh,
just join the channel. What exactly is it about? I do most things 40k and some things cosplay. Mostly 40k. I love how the furs don't surrender position ever, so they eventually lose, yada yada yada. Let's see. You still play Tyranids? Greeting from the void. Hello. I wonder if you're a whale. A void whale. That's an actual thing in 40k. Orks use them to attract Tyranids, of all things. Have fun with that knowledge. What would you say is the weakest 30k, 40k novel? I read that backwards. My mind auto-corrected it to being 30 and 40k. I would say Pandarax and OW? I don't know what OW is. The weakest ones that I've read would be... what's that one we always make the jokes of? Shroud of Night is the worst 40k novel. And 30k novel is literally the book Magnus. It was so unbelievably bad, I could not get over it. Heyo, hello.
Yeah, shout out to the Grey Knight Omnibus for another good one for being bad.
Yeah. I would see a faction based off of the Interax or other non-imperial forces. I would too. Um, what do you think about modeling for fun looks rather than what you see is what you get? If you're doing just an open play game or just something that you're doing for fun, like I have a bunch of models that I never use that just sit up on shelves that look amazing. Like I have a Primaris Marine with a Thunderhammer Storm Shield and Jump Pack. Can I use him? No. Rules as written, I can't. But he looks cool. Um, Model how you want to model, but if you're in a competitive event or you're entering something or you're going to be on a YouTube channel, it's typically more appreciated to use what you see is what you get. NornQueenAlexis, will you be a special guest on Adeptus Podcastus? I was. If they approach me again, I will. Um, yeah, I don't really keep contact too much with them. Our channels are so radically different now. It's crazy. I just really want a modeled canoness with a jump pack, even if I can't use it, but I'm concerned that there will be a stigma towards that kind of thing. No, there won't be. Most people would just be like, wow, that's really cool. You made a pact with Slanesh for your hair. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not say Slanesh. I made a pact with Bazazabab, I think is his name. I can never get those demons' names right. He's probably pissed that I messed it up. Anyway, Beelzebub. There we go. Only me confused. A history of Warhammer 40k. No, a lot of people get confused about the history of Warhammer 40k. If you have the time, jump into my Discord and wait for me to go on a gigantic rant about why 40k is the most inconsistent setting ever. Okay, so yeah, you're looking for the Lightning Strike Fighter. Yeah, it has rules in the Astra Militarum, so you have to take them as an ally Astra Militarum unit, and then take them as a flyer wing or whatever it's called. Well, of course, I got into Battle Sister boxes along with the Battle for Space Wolf. Now I can change my Wolves and Sister campaign. Oh, that's actually really cool. Which Warhammer 40k or fantasy books should I read? Master Mankind, Fulgrim, Celestine, Armored Lady, Red and Black, Hammer and Anvil. I can make you an entire list. Any of the Inquisition books, the Golden Throne, the Daunting Throne, the Guardians of the Throne, all the Throne books. I've not read a book. I don't understand what's happening. Yeah, you do have to get a lot. I made a pact with Magnus the Red. No, I didn't. I don't really like Magnus. Such a bad Primarch. Like his book is just so terrible. Thanks for answering my question. How do you feel about Arch Warhammer? I think it's a joke. That's about it. Hey, thanks for looking up the question about the Voss Interceptor, where you attended Warhammer Fest 2020 in the UK. I would have. Probably attend it next year. 40k lore is absolutely clustered. Nothing is and everything is propaganda. I love it. No, that's their excuse for bad writing. That is absolutely 100% their excuse for bad, inconsistent writing. The new team, the new community is actually contacting each other a lot more. And because of that, they're actually writing the books more consistently and not as inconsistent as the last books, which had Fulgrim going from being one of the hardest pressed victims ever to being a murdering psychopath, which annoyed me. Or, yeah, I can go on about that. I am out of drink, and I am sad. These are desperate times that we are living in, and I don't think that my stores are open anymore, so I cannot get any more iced tea. And that's pretty much all I drink is iced tea and water. All right, we've been going on for an hour. Damn, that kind of flew by. Oh, yeah, and if anybody's wondering, I do have a couple of new cosplays coming up. I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to talk about this while I have a bunch of people here. Also, my shirt keeps riding up. I'm going to be building a couple of new things. One is I'm building two new sister battle armors. One is corrupted. Actually, both are corrupted. One's going to be Slanesh based, and one is going to be Khorne based. So I can't wait to do those. I'm also building as Death, working on my Ash cosplay from Overwatch, and probably doing a few more because I've just been excited about it. Let's see. Arch is great. Well, that's a lie. How do you feel about Grim Dawn minis? I like them. Anvil Industries, I love them. I think that they're amazing. Um, I don't like. I don't really like lewd third party miniatures. I think they're a little bit too. Ugh. What's wrong with Arch? Oh, he's just a joke. Um, Sorry about the wording of that. I ran out of characters. It's all good. I'm excited for the Azdeath cosplay. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. Another really good YouTuber, since we're speaking of YouTubers, really good one that I like is Scary, Scarredcast. He's really cool. What did you mean, Alexis? There are no such thing as fallen sisters. There actually is. The Sister Battle Omnibus has Mariel Sabathiel and her fallen sisters, which is a company of fallen sisters. So it's probably close to like 400 sisters. Um, let's see. We got another person talking about a YouTuber I don't like. Let's see. Just finished the Heresy series as of last Friday. Wanted to start sister novels. I'm so obsessed with them now and love the new channel and wondering is the best to read sister novels in order or is there a best one? Okay, so read the Red and Black series. That's really good. You're going to need to read that. Then move on to Our Martyred Lady, Celestine. Both fantastic. Requiem Inferno is really good. Pretty much just no bad sister book, which I'm really excited about. There are books that are terrible with sisters in them, like the Grey Knights Omnibus, which we won't talk about. Oh, yeah, but these Fallen Sisters, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this because I'm excited. So I'm going to be doing them up in the same armor style. For the Slanesh one, the breastplate is actually going to end about right here, so it just covers the breast, and then it's going to be exposed stomach, and I'm going to put like a whole bunch of tubing and everything so that it's barely stuck to me, and it's filled with all sorts of things because Slanesh. And I'm going to have like the backpack is going to be similar to what's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Oh my God! Why am I drawing a name at Lucius the Eternal? How he has all the different canisters and everything into his back to inject them into himself. I'm gonna be doing it like that for the Slanesh one, and I'm going to make a sound gun for it. Aside from that, the Khorne one is going to have a big axe because Khorne, and it's going to have the chaotic symbols and it's going to be red armor that's just stained up with just gunked on blood. I can't wait. Let's see. We need an official Chaos Sister army. That would be cool. There's a Google Play omnibus for all of them. You should get it. The thoughts on Falric. I don't really have thoughts. I don't watch his content. I know him from one video. I kind of didn't expect him to look as almost as pale as me. I thought that was kind of amusing. He seems like a happy-go-lucky guy, but overall, I don't really know him. I don't watch a lot of 40k YouTubers, to be honest. Let's see. Let's see. I was joking with, honestly, would be hyped as hell if the Demonifuge herself. Oh, the Demonifuge. If that came out as a model, that'd be cool. The problem I have with dude is that someone at GW can sneeze and he would think that it's a new Primarch coming out. Finally, I was able to see you alive. How many 40k armies do you have? I have 10. I have 17. Currently, I have 17 armies. that branch over 2,000 points apiece. A good chunk of them are in storage right now. John, you've actually seen them when you were here.
She has a lot.
I have Demons of Khorne, Demons of Slaanesh, Demons of Tzeentch, which barely over 2,000, but I guess two greater demons counts. I have. Oh, what else is it for Chaos Armies? I have Chaos Space Marines of Emperor's Children, Chaos Space Marines of Normal. Those are okay. It's at 1,000 points. I'm sorry. Those are at 1,000 points. Then I have Imperial Knights, Adeptus Titanicus, Tyranids, Genestealer, Cult, Sisters of Battle, Sons of Garrow, Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Ultramarines. What am I forgetting? Necrons, Tau. Yeah. I have a bunch of armies. Have excellent work on the cosplay. Thank you so much. Do you use loot third party? No, I don't. I honestly can't. Like for Slaanesh, it's okay. But for like Sisters of Battle, it's just stupid. Do you watch Blue Table Painting videos? Funny enough, okay, I don't actually watch his videos. Like I said, I don't watch a lot of 40k content because I make 40k content and 40k is not something that I do 24/7. I actually watch a lot more like makeup tutorials, tiny homes, adorable things, animal things like crazy. I watch a lot of documentaries. Um, but overall, I know the guy. Like, he's actually amazing. He's really fun to be around. He knows how to swing dance. Anybody that knows how to swing dance is a win in my book. So he knows how to swing dance. I like him. All right. Let's see. So a lot of people talk about Chaos Sisters being Slaanesh. What about Khorne? I am making a Khorne sister. Will Table Painting visited Valhalla? Yes, he did. It was awesome. I love Garrow and the Horus Heresy books that I've read. Yeah, he's really good. I love Garrow. Garrow's one of my favorite characters. I wish I could find some more sister updated bat reps. Burn through all that I could find while getting mine painted during the quarantine. I am releasing one. I'm sorry. It's very hard to get battle reports with sisters because they're such a tier 1 army and they're really like I know all of their exploits in and out, so it's really difficult for me to not play them to win. So yeah. Let's see. Which Primarch would you like to see return in 40k? I'm dying to see Korax return and the new enhanced powers. I would like to see Yagatai Han or maybe Lion or Sanguinius, but Sanguinius did return already. So that's kind of cool that Sanguinius is back. A lot of people missed that, by the way. He's in Devastation of Baal. He doesn't straight up come back as a person. He comes back as a vision, which I think is really cool. So you mentioned you wanted to get a snake a long time ago. Do you prefer venomous or non-venomous? Non-venomous. I want to get a hognose snake. I want to get a bull snake. I want to get a green atta, and I want to get a ball python. Those are the 4 different types of snakes that I want to get. And I have names for each and every single one of them. We have Danger Noodle, Nope, Rope, Spooky, Spaghetti, and Moose. Okay. Let's see. I played 40k role playing. We played as Chaos, so I'm guessing Black Crusade. I was able to turn all hospitals in a hive into secret Nurgle hideouts, which were constantly being used because of the fact that I created. Okay. Neat, I guess. I'm sorry, that kind of seems cringy. What is the army that you could never see yourself collecting and playing? Necrons? I have a Necron army, by the way. I have like 3,000 points of Necrons. I haven't built a single one yet, but I have the army. but I'm going to build them up as Chaos Androids from Rogue Trader. So pre-first edition, like old concept John Blanche stuff. I'm basing it off of that, and I want them to look really spooky. Let's see. But Necrons are just boring as hell. Like, literally, if they got phased out of the lore, I don't think the lore would change at all. Like, from this point, like, all of their stuff happened, but from this point forward, if they just never wrote anything about Necrons, I personally don't think that anybody would miss them. There's like that one or two Necron fans out there that would be like, oh man. Let's see. Sometimes I see in Warhammer 40k game characters I have old Greek names or Latin names. It's my idea. GW does steal a lot from old Latin and old Greek names. When I did up John's kill team, I named every single character that I painted. I took a lot of the names from Mongolian, one Chinese, two Gaelic, three Icelandic, and two native. So I did a lot of stuff for his Marines to give them very unique names that don't seem out of place.
Yeah, they look fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Gaelic Minotaur for the win.
Gaelic Minotaur. Would you like to see a 40k Death of Hope levels of Grimdark more often? Yes. Yes, I would. I think his work is absolutely fantastic. I'm actually friends with him. Like, me and Marcus, the other guy that works on the project or does some stuff for the project, me and Marcus go way back. We're both Canes, so we're family. Holy crap, I just realized how great of a fit Ethereal Stern would be for the current Psychic Awakening series of books. Yeah, she's literally in them. She's in the first one. Watch my lore video on it. Watch my damn lore videos. Like, everybody wants me to do lore. None of y'all watch it. Watch my damn lore. We cite everything and we get everything as close to accurate as possible. Go watch it. Like, you're sitting there in quarantine, go watch my damn lore videos. Yeah. Anyway. Well, I guess Necrons would be coming to an end in end times, but I don't think anytime soon. Yeah, no. I like the Necrons. I want the... Sorry. Okay. Where are you from? I'm a New Yorker. That's why I say water, car, hot chocolate. A lot of people giggle at my accent. I'm actually from Queens, New York. I was actually born in Brooklyn, Brookdale's Hospital. Let's see. Would you ever do any Eldar cosplay? I have one on the way. I'm actually working on a Harlequin Shadowseer. Oh, Lord, Rogden. Wait, what did... How many planks did John break on the way back home?
How many pranks I broke? Like how many models I broke?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you broke a few. For sisters in gameplay, 40k and kill team, do you have any experience playing Blackstone Fortress characters? No, I haven't thrown them into any of the games yet. I like videos on how to start an army book. Oh, cool, thanks. But yeah, we're currently going through all of the Psychic Awakening. We're going to be continuing doing that next week. I do have Saga of the Beast sitting next to me. We recorded one session of this. We got to record for the Greater Good, or the Greater Good, as soon as it comes out. Or, no, it did come out. As soon as we can get together. So I'm thinking Friday we're going to record that after I finally do my taxes. I've just been putting those off for so long. Because unlike people who actually get money back for taxes, I have to pay money because I have YouTube and I do my taxes. Who would have guessed? All right. So it looks like we're caught up on everything. I'm sorry. Ugh. From a competitive point of view, which army do you feel sisters struggle the most against? Um, Pretty much anything with long range sustained firepower or mid range sustained firepower. Centurion spam is really tough for sisters to deal with, but if you know how to deal with it, it's not that bad. Like, it's really all about a well balanced list. Like, for sisters competitively, you need three exorcists, you need three squads of Repentia, full squads. You need about 45 battle sisters and three squads. Then you need like a couple of 10-man squads. But against Space Marines, it's a little tough, but it is winnable. I haven't lost a competitive game against Space Marines yet, mostly because I know target priorities really well. But that's just Codex Space Marines. So I really want to get them in against them just a little bit more and see. But they pretty much walk all over Necrons. They walk literally over almost every army in the game if you play them right. They're a solid army that is well rounded, so it's really. Actually, no. The toughest army for me to go against is another Sisters army. Like, that's the hardest army that I can think of Sisters going against. Let's see. Nice, Saga the Beast. It's terrible. Everyone struggling against Marines? Yeah, for the most part. Greetings, my queen, from. Oh, nice. Hello, Sister Alexis. Also, the Emperor protects. Damn right he does. Ave Deus Imperator. Temperament and attitude wise, should I use Ultramarines or Dark Angels for Space Marine chapter based on Lutheran Knights? I would actually go with Dark Angels. Okay, Sister Alexis, you need your rest. No, I don't. I'm good. I don't sleep. I actually haven't slept in like 3 days. It's been really bad. Have you faced off against Guard yet? Yes. I'm thinking about Guard and Death Guard. Think again? Because they're pretty bad. John, can you translate that?
I have a bad pronunciation when I speak English, asking me if I'm Spanish, and that's in what I think is Greek.
Looks Greek. I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, I gotta get my Dark Angel army rebuilt and repainted. Like, I really want to play some Dark Angels. They are so much fun. Last question. Why is your opinion of the new penitent engines so awful in comparison to the new awful ones? Okay, so are you asking me why I think penitent engines are bad or why they look bad? Because looks bad, yeah, they look terrible. They look god awful. Like if I didn't find a way to convert them to look good, I would have thrown them out. Points wise, they will never make back their points. They're too slow. They have nothing for getting into combat turn 2, they get into combat maybe turn 2. If your opponent's smart, it'll be turn 3 before they even make back any of their points. They're too easy to kill. They don't pose anything that the sisters don't already have. Like, for instance, Repentia are just better in every single way. They're hands down, they're cheaper, they're faster because they can get into a rhino, and they're just more efficient than they ever will be. Penitent engines are just bad. I am sorry. They are just bad. I only take them when I want to play a fun list. All right, let's see. Any advice for an elite army? I play an orc court. Play custodians. You'll love them. You'll absolutely love them. Custodians don't really interest me. Oh my god, they didn't interest me either. By the way, I have custodians. That's 16, 17. That's the 17th army. Oh, and Sisters of Silence for 18 armies. Oh my god, I love custodians though. They're so much fun. They're just so much fun. I remember I had a massive orc boy, super powered, swinging into my shield captain and did no damage. Um, how do you approach painting the glass on the new emulator? That is not a question for me. Rockstar Sanguinius in my Discord could probably help you with that. If not, YouTube tutorials could help you with that. What a pronunciation. I always speak English. Asking me for my Spanish. Interesting. I always wanted to do a Sister of Battle army with Space Marine army teammate. Okay, so Space Marines teamed up with them. That may be fun. Also, how are you holding up on Holy Terror during these trying times? I'm actually doing pretty fine. Like, my life hasn't really changed at all. I'm a social recluse, so this is pretty good for me. I'm just washing my hands and my face like 5 to 10 times a day, and my skin's getting really dry because of it. If you want to do Sisters of Battle with Space Marine allies, I highly suggest you do Primaris Hellblasters and put in like 3 units of snipers because they'll just be good. What are you talking about? 40k. I bought the old ones on eBay. Do you like Magnus? No, not really. I like his model. I think his model looks terrific. Uh, would you build a Fallen Angel army? Probably not. Fallen Angels, like Fallen Dark Angels, they don't really have good rules. I'd much rather build a Black Legion army and paint it up to be Fallen. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Do you like Blood Ravens? I absolutely love Blood Ravens. Thank you to answer the penitential question. I was hoped I would be. Have a nice day and a nice sleep. Aw, take care. Most public 40k people I've heard think sisters are kind of mid tier comp wise, but it seems you think that they are quite strong. Um, so I've talked to a lot of competitive players, and I've beaten a lot of competitive players, by the way. Um, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back and say, well, I know this army. It's that I do know the army and I do know how to use it better than most people who would just pick up the army and try to play it. I know the ins and outs of the army and I know most armies in 40k fairly well. I do believe that if I entered a competitive event, I would do fairly well because I can build an army that maximizes the amount of points that I can get while at the same time keeping my models alive. The only thing that I can't deal with right now is one of the hardest things to deal with, which is Centurion spam. And I can kill maybe 2 squads. I can hope to kill 2 squads a turn. And if I can get that third squad, that'd be great. I do think that Sisters of Battle are a lot better than people are giving them credit. They're just not run enough to be shown that they're good. Also, a lot of people who run them are trying to play them as Valorous Heart, which I think it's Valorous Heart that gives you the AP -2 weapons do nothing. They just turn to AP 0, which is not the way you run them. You run them as Martyred Lady because Martyred Lady's damage output is far greater than all of them. Yeah. Let's see. Wait, is it about the board game with the figures? What is the name? Warhammer, I guess. Sure. I think that person's just trolling. Can we agree Arch is better than Italian Spartan? I don't know who either of these people are. Well, I know who one of them is. One of them is a joke. Just remember, folks, video games are your friends in these trying times. That is true. Have you ever seen a Deathcore Krieg army in action? There's multiple battle reports on my channel of a Deathcore Krieg army. One of my most recent sister battle reports have Deathcore Krieg in it. I do really love the guy that plays them. He is a sweetheart and just so much fun to play against. I love converting. I ended up making about 17 Primaris HQs. How many troops and tanks should I get to even that out? So, funny thing that I've actually started doing, I've bought all the Primaris lieutenants that I could because I collect them all because they're like Pokemon to me. I just put them in squads as sergeants. They look really cool, so they stand out as my sergeants. Boom. So just run them as squad HQs. Not HQs. Squad sergeants. My brain stopped working for a second. I got a good question for you. What is your favorite Space Marine chapter, and what Primarch is your favorite? Favorite Space Marine chapter, Dark Angels. Favorite Primarch, Fulgrim. Okay, so we're pretty caught up. Reason why for both of them, I loved Dark Angels in 40k. I thought they looked absolutely fantastic. The 30k models absolutely blew my mind. They look so good. I absolutely love them. And I've always liked the lore to the Dark Angels, and I've always liked Lionel Johnson. And he is, without a doubt, one of my top 3 favorite Primarchs. But it's rather funny. It's just, I really like Fulgrim. His book was just way too good. Hi, Alexis. Glad to see that you're in good health. Well, thank you so much. Why do you think Saga of the Beast is terrible? It's poorly written. Gaz is pretty beastly and is a pain in the butt to handle. And took me 2 to 3 turns to take him down and tears through Marines. Yeah, Godskull and the rules in here are fine. They're actually good. The lore in here is bad. They have a Terminator in this book get taken down by a club. I'm not kidding, by the way. He gets taken down by freaking Leroy Jenkins over here with his club with a rock on it. I love Celestians, but I find them very difficult to fit them in both points-wise and also due to their elite slot as sisters are horrendously crowded. Do you have any advice for running them effectively? Don't run them. They're not worth it. Especially being, like, I don't know. It's just, I guess I could run them. I guess I could. I guess, okay, if I'm running Armored Lady and I'm running Junith, I might take a squad of them, but that's pretty much it. I don't think I would actually give them any weapon. No, because I'd put them as a squad of 10. I'd have to take a Hospitaller to heal them constantly so I could pass the wounds off. But Junith never gets targeted, except when I throw her at my opponents. So yeah, I don't see a point for them, to be honest. Are you going to do a how to start collecting Necron video? I believe I did. John, can you check that?
Yes, I can.
Are you referring to the softcover Fulgrim novel where they fight the Lair, or the Fulgrim Primarch novel? The one where they fight the Lair is the best book ever made. Was the orc eating fried chicken? Probably. A Terminator got bonked. I also Superman punched a Terminator. You'll see that in a battle report coming up. Never been impressed by not very impressive Terminators. Terminators are just kind of bad as a unit choice, except for Dark Angels, Space Wolves, just because they can throw them into different squads. Deathwatch, just because they can throw them into different squads. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, Grey Knights? Maybe? Maybe. Let's see. Sisters are scary. Yeah, they are. Okay, I know that Space Marine Terminators are not that weak. They are honorably part of the chapter, and they are skilled warriors. No, they literally go down like chumps. There's multiple comics and everything where Terminators are just getting stabbed with knives. Terminators, like everybody has this headcanon that Space Marines are like these super tough, unkillable monsters. But let's see if I can actually find the passage real quick, and I'll just read it for you. I think it was over here. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Okay, I know I can't find it just by looking in there, but I know that we have it in the lore video coming up, and you'll see a space wolf just get bonked by a freaking stick, and it's the funniest thing in the world. Um, okay, Alexis, nice conversation with you. Gotta go. Take care. Take it easy. When will Eldar be good again? Eldar are great. It's just the way you have to run them is a little bit different. Actually, it's funny is you can run them just the same and be good. Like they're not a bad army. They're just not tier 1 anymore. And I think a lot of people think that once their army gets out of tier 1 that their army is suddenly bad. Like all of the Iron Warrior people who are just like my army is perfectly fair and legit now. It's terrible. And it's just like, dude, your army was broken. It's like, no, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Stop it. Sit down. Stop it. Your army needed a nerf. You know it needed a nerf. Now go sit down in your no-no corner. Go to crybaby jail. Wait, they're not godly figures capable of taking on entire squads on their own? No, they perform just... In the lore, they're just as good as they are on the tabletop. Like, 3 people get around them and punch them and they die. Hey, somebody just subscribed. Whoop, there we go. Boop. It's the old fluff where one tactical squad can kill a continent-sized orc mob. So that's a thing. That's a thing a lot of people like to point out. Old Allure still has Space Marines dying just as quickly. I actually have all the older lore. I always think that's funny. If you read Wa Orks, orcs are smart enough to know how to kill Space Marines. They have this whole passage in it. That's me coughing from my throat being dry, not from the deadly rapture that's happening. I am perfectly fine and healthy. But in Wa Orks, there's a passage that tells a war boss yelling at his people, telling them to chop them behind the legs and in their arms, because that's the weak points. Orcs have known how to kill Space Marines forever. That was in Brother of the Snake. I'll have to check it out. It was Snickrod who said it. Yeah, it was. It was. Snickrod is a freaking genius. Like, that dude is crazy.
He's clever.
But I think I'm going to end this stream here. I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy. Wash your damn hands. Make sure you wash all your fingers. Don't, or I'm coming there and I'm going to slap you. Okay? Make sure you clean yourself. Clean your face. If you have a mask on, keep your mask on. But yeah, make sure you guys are safe, healthy, stay indoors. Don't go outside, except if you need to get something that's very important. Stay safe, everybody. I'm worried about you. Okay? Okay. As always, I'm NornQueenAlexis. I love you guys. Bye.